So I'm wanting to do this thing. I am someone who grew up being told to not feel, being told to, like I was too much, I was too emotional, and I needed to grow thicker skin. I needed, to not wear my heart on my sleeve, all of this stuff. And when I would feel upset, when I would feel anything, my mother would not, would get, stressed out by me feeling stuff. And so I learned very early to suppress my feelings and to not speak about how I was feeling, my thoughts, like to just hold it all in. And so something I'm trying to do and I'm wanting to do on this channel is really share my thoughts, really share how I'm feeling. And it is hard when you've spent years pretending not to feel things or suppressing thoughts to actually express them. I'm finding that, it is more challenging than one would think. And recently, like the past couple months, I had been starting to write poems, and that was helping me express my feelings and my thoughts that I had been holding in for years. And then I started working on another project, which I'm hoping I will, continue, and I will see it come to fruition later on this year, or maybe even next year. But something else I'm trying to do is this. I want to just start expressing how I'm feeling, and it may come across like I may stumble, I may pause because I'm thinking and I'm trying to gather my thoughts and put into words how I am feeling, but this is an exercise in that. And so today is Monday. Today I got on my phone this morning. I was seeing a lot of, different things, obviously, like just on social media, on Instagram, a lot of like political stuff, obviously. Like I do not support the war. I do not, I can't even like begin to express how disgusted and like all of the overwhelming feelings that come with like thinking about PDFs, being in charge of our country, and the list, and the horrible things that have happened to children that are continuing to happen. And, the children in another country that we, the school, the girls' school that we bombed, like that America did. And it's just so overwhelming, and you can feel so, it's just, I'm trying to, express myself verbally. It's so saddening. It is disgusting. It is like I'm without words. I cannot, all I can say is every time I get on my phone, I am feeling so overwhelmed by all of the many things happening right now. And, with us potentially having a war, like starting a war, inflation has already been a thing. And like me and my family, we're a one paycheck, family. We live off my husband's income. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and it can feel so overwhelming, and like things are just so out of my control. And so I'm trying to ground myself, breathe, focus on the things that I can control. We've been going to a church, a Universal Unitarian church. I'm loving like some of the people that I'm meeting, and I'm hoping to further create a community because I am estranged from my own family. I grew up being raised by my mom, and I don't talk to her. And so because of abuses and stuff, and no accountability being taken, and alcoholism, and not wanting to change ways. And so I'm really trying to find my people, and I feel like I am starting to feel that sense of community. It's just so hard to open up and be vulnerable, and I get really bad social anxiety when I am around people nowadays because I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 4 years now, and it's just really hard. It feels so overwhelming to be a human sometimes. But again, and right now I'm like, you know, I'm getting emotional. But I'm trying to allow myself to feel those emotions and express those emotions. And so if you're someone who's recovering from like emotional suppression, and learning to speak your feelings aloud and just let yourself feel them, I just hope that you will feel like you can do that. This is for you, for anybody who also relates on any of these things. I do want to build a community of people who are like-minded, who have been through similar things, who also may be struggling and are trying to hold it all together, and feel like like they may be struggling. Life is hard. Obviously, I'm very grateful for the life I've been given, for my beautiful family, but it is still hard, you know. There's no minimizing of how hard life is right now, and so I don't believe like it's always going to be like this. I think that, you know, life has its ups and downs, its peaks and valleys, but I think part of the way that we don't get brought down and stay down in the grief, in like hopelessness, is by allowing ourselves to feel those feelings and continuing to move forward. And so if you're looking for a place to connect with people, like, I hope that this, you know, I hope that you can do so within this community. I hope that we can build a community. I have nobody watches my stuff yet or anything, but if this found you, I hope that you will decide to stick around and we can build a community together.